value.
I know, I was going to say, now that you're all deaf, welcome to Muskegon Rotary. My name's Jenny Sprague. I'm privileged to serve as your president for the year. Today, we are going to have a program from Grand Valley State University's president, President Philomena Mantella, and we will have a nod to our theme of the month, which is vocational service. And we'll start with the Pledge of Allegiance, a reflection from Darlene Collet, and then we will recite the four-way test at the end of the meeting. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. If I could have a moment before Darlene does her reflection, I'm going to ask for a moment of silence. We've had a former Muskegon Rotarian, Sue Waringo, who passed away on Friday, January 19th in Fremont, Michigan. Sue was a trailblazer throughout her life of public service. She was the first woman to serve as president of the Muskegon Rotary Club, and there'll be more details about her and her obituary in this week's RIM. So if I could have a moment of silence, please. Thank you for that. Darlene?
Good afternoon. As we're approaching election time, I found some words of wisdom from an unknown author that I want to share to you. No matter what your political party is, no matter where you are in the world, we all need leaders. And this is about what it takes to be a leader. The world needs people who do not have a price at which they can be bought, who do not borrow from integrity to pay for expediency, whose handshake is an ironclad contract, who are not afraid of risk, who are as honest in small matters as they are in large ones, whose ambitions are big enough to include others, who know how to win with grace and lose with dignity, who do not believe that shrewdness, cunning, and ruthlessness are the three ways to success, who still have friends they made 20 years ago, who are not afraid to go against the grain of popular opinion and do not believe in consensus, who are occasionally wrong and are willing to admit it. And in short, the world needs leaders.
Thank you, Darlene. It's nice to be in a room full of leaders with that reflection. So please sit down and enjoy your lunch. We will resume in 10 minutes. Thank you. Rotary's theme for January is vocational service. One of the slides for the theme included this quote from past Rotary International President Glenn W. Kinross. Rotary's greatest strength will always be the individual Rotarian. No other organization has such powerful human resources. The following video demonstrates the strength of our connections to our community. Mike?
What else besides that in your job do you find most interesting?
Being able to get back to my community is a great start, and working inside the schools right now as a community resource officer just really brightens my day. Getting to see kids smile, kids that know me by name and come up and see me in the elementary schools, run up, give me hugs and high fives and knuckle bumps, and kids that are excited to see me at school really make me feel like I've accomplished something.
I would love to like inspire people. Like the reason I'm here today is because I'd love for, the students seeing this video to see kind of like my story or hear about it and then, help them and inspire them kind of do what I did. Because I kind of had like a rocky road, I feel like, or at least like a unique path. But at the end, I really think I'm doing pretty well and I'm happy, and I'd love to share that with other people.
There have been times in my life and people who have believed in me when I didn't believe in myself. And those are people of our community. And they helped me. They helped me to get through what I was going through. They helped me to, find a connection that I needed to make. And so when I give back to the community, I do a lot of volunteer work. And I also teach college classes. Like I do stuff for the community because it's my way of saying thank you for believing in me. And when you're in a position where you need help from the community, it is so encouraging to see that there are people that care, and there are people that believe that you can do it, and they will stand behind you. And so when you have a community that does that, and you get to a point where now you can turn the page and you can start helping the community, that's why I do it.
Thank you for that. I invite our visiting Rotarians and our Rotarians and guests to please come up to introduce them. We will meet our outbound students and their parents later in today's program. I'm sorry, what?
They're going to come up and stand behind them.
Oh, okay. Okay, I guess parents, we need you up here too. So, okay, let's go. Oh, thank you.
Good afternoon. My name is Tim Arter, and I have a guest today, Amy Deming. Amy is a young lioness at the Brickley DeLong CPA firm. She's at the supervisor level, and she's really talented, and taking a look at Rotary and getting a better understanding as to what we do here. She's a graduate of Grand Valley, so it's appropriate that she's here today. And so I didn't hear anybody say go Lakers. Okay.
Okay, I am here to introduce participants of Youth Exchange Program. First, I have Dori, exchange student from Hungary, and Tomas from Colombia, and Kyoka from Japan. So, okay, then I have our outgoing outbounds. I have Brenda from Muskegon High School, with Brenda's mom as well. So welcome. Go ahead and go. Then I have Shar from North Muskegon High School and mom as well. So go ahead, go back. And then I have Kwan, and mom is coming on her way. So Kwan from North Muskegon High School as well. And then I have Landon from Reese Puffer High School with mom as well. And last but not least, we have Connor from Winter Shores High School with mom and dad as well.
Why don't you give that to Meredith?
Oh, you want me to introduce my? Oh, and I will introduce my husband, Trent Smiley, who is here also to learn about where our son is going for exchange.
Move on down, people.
Good afternoon, Rotarians. Samantha Scott from Preferred Employment and Living Supports. And I have a returning guest with me today, and this is Jared Hughes, and he's the owner of Electron Solutions.
Welcome.
We all have to get onto the screen. Hello, Rotarians. I have Grand Valley State University represented with me today. My first guest is no stranger, Dr. Alan Steinman. And then we have Laura Aikens and Josh Luckstead.
Hello, I'm Claire Root Benson, and with me as two guests today representing the Interact Service Club trip to El Salvador, I have Terrell Jones from the Mona Shores Interact Club and Levi Jackson from the Muskegon Big Reds Interact Club.
Hello, everyone. It's so good to be back always. Karen Benson, visiting Rotarian from the Grand Haven Club. Always good to be here.
Hello, Rotarians. My name is Andrew Zart from Family Financial Credit Union. My guest today is Kevin Huss, who's a managing partner at Lumbertown Law, and we're hoping to have him sign up to be a Rotarian.
Hi, everyone. You heard the governor talking about reconnecting in Michigan, and this guy is back from Chicago and went to Hope College, and he's ready to reconnect here in Muskegon. He's going to hit the ground running, so you're going to see more of Colin, favorite relative. So welcome, Colin.
Good afternoon, Rotary. Get excited because we've got the Big Reds in the house. To introduce two of the seniors is Chandra Sain. She is one of the counselors at the high school.
Thank you, and thanks for having us again this year. I have two great seniors with me today that I have great relationships with, and I would like to introduce you guys to Aaliyah Elliott and Dakarian Taylor.
My name is Aaliyah Elliott. I'm involved in the Nancy K. Poppin program at Muskegon High School, and I'm in National Honor Society. After high school, I plan to attend Alabama State University and study psychology.
My name is Dakarian Taylor. I've been a part of the peer-to-peer program for 4 years. I am a state champion now. State champion. And for my future, I will be going to Wayne State to continue my athletic career.
Welcome to all our guests. I mean, like half the room was up here, I think, so. But we're excited to have you come and hear our program today, and Melissa Horton will introduce our speakers for us.
We'll do the little two-step before I get out of the way. I am very, very excited to be introducing our guest speaker today. As a Grand Valley State University alum and someone who works with the university in many different partnerships throughout the year, I am very honored to be able to bring to all of you today President Philomena Mantella. President Mantella is the first woman and the fifth president to lead Grand Valley State University, and it's now the third largest university in Michigan. Yay, go Lakers. Her career in higher education spans 5 decades, marked by success propelling universities forward into new markets, expanded relationships, and countless new program innovations. Under her leadership, Grand Valley State University is redefining public higher education, and in the fall of 2023, welcomed the largest and most diverse undergraduate class in its history. Yay. Philly earned her PhD in college and university administration from Michigan State University and master's and bachelor's degrees from Syracuse University. Please join me in welcoming Philomena Mantella.
Thank you very much. What a pleasure to be here. And thank you for filling the room. So many guests, so many students. What could be better? This is just great. I do want to point out in that bio that they did count my elementary and middle school and high school years in my work in higher education, because, you know, 5 decades, just like that freaks me out. I don't know who put that in the bio. That's what I want to know. Maybe I could start with a question to each of you, but rather than answer individually, I'd like you to just stand at the end if it applies to you. So who in this room is a Grand Valley alum, a Grand Valley parent? Stand. A Grand Valley alum, a Grand Valley parent, a Grand Valley student, a Grand Valley business partner, a prospective student, a grandparent or parent. So I think you get a sense of the impact of Grand Valley State University. Thank you for doing that. And at Grand Valley, one of the things that we believe strongly is that everyone that is connected with the university is a Laker for lifetime. So when we go around the state and we talk to our parents, and that's an unusual endeavor. A lot of universities go out with their senior leadership and speak to prospective students, but very few go out and speak to current student parents and say, how are we doing? How's it going? One of the things that we always say is, we want you to be a part of our family. And it is that relationship and connection that has been the DNA for years. A lot of people, most of my career was on the East Coast. I did do my PhD at Michigan State, as you heard. I spent some time in Michigan early on in my career. But I was drawn back to Grand Valley State University because of the way it approached education, the way it approached the relationships with individuals, the way it is intersected in a deep and meaningful way with community. And we consider this our community here in Muskegon. So I'm just so pleased to be here and to be able to talk to you all. So if we can have the first slide up, I want to talk a little bit about the strategy at Grand Valley. That's what you've all asked me to do. Like, what are we focused on? What are we thinking about as we look forward into the future? But I want to set the table a little bit. I did it with my question in the room, but to give you a good sense of Grand Valley's relationship with the Muskegon community. So I know I do this myself. See, I did it, right? Very good. So we have 700 current students that are Lakers from Muskegon. We have 125 faculty and staff members. And over the life of the institution, we have educated 9,000 community members who are alums. And you saw some of that in the room. In my introduction, thank you so much, you pointed out that Grand Valley has been successful to be the fastest growing institution in Michigan. And in the face of a declining demographic, I'm going to say more about a declining demographic and what that means. Basically, it means that our birth rate, as well as our folks leaving the state of Michigan, is higher than those coming into Michigan. And so our population is declining as a state, particularly in the age of the college student. So I've tried to summarize, 5 years worth of work, many interactions and connections. A large comprehensive university like Grand Valley has so much going on. And when I dig into what's right here in your backyard, I'm going to talk about just what's going on here. And, that's in every program, every major, every college, every community we touch, that there is activity. So it's a hard challenge to be on the clock. And I was told, you got 20 minutes and then you start getting this like red thing that comes up. So I'm going to pay attention. And I actually am going to try to end 5 minutes early so we have even more time for questions. But it's hard to synthesize the work of the university, the strategy of the university as we look forward. but I'm going to attempt to do that. First of all, our headline is we're ready, we're poised, and we're rising as an institution. We are not subscribing to kind of, oh, woe is me, there's a demographic decline. We are going to have to fight and compete for students, and maybe we'll do things. I love the leadership quote. Thank you so much. Maybe we'll do things that aren't the best things for our learners because we got to fight to stay afloat, to stay alive as public education. What we're going to do is our mindset is going to be about growth. Why? Because the state needs it. Because a lost student with promise to education is a loss for our country. The inability to welcome students with potential who've had challenges in their lived experience is a responsibility defaulted on by education. So at Grand Valley, we're going to say there is lots of opportunity for growth because there's lots of folks with promise that for a variety of reasons have not seen a college path as an opportunity for them. We are also going to embrace that college is a lifetime activity. Now that may not, for those of you who are in college now, or you're carrying your homework in your mind and saying, I got something due tomorrow, you might not say, oh, that's not the best thing in the world. But it's the facts, like that, the opportunity, the changes that are in our economy, that are in our businesses, that are in our technology, that are in our science. We don't know what's going to happen 5 years, 10 years, 15 years, 20 years down the line. So we have got to create a love of learning and a mindset around a lifetime of learning. I mean, don't you all wish you could go to the gym for 4 years and then never have to do it again? That's kind of the way I think about it, right? We got to keep going. We got to keep practicing healthy habits and wellness. It's just the way life is. And education is the same. And so we've got to really embrace the opportunities for growth. So we have done just that. We have looked at pathways to and through college. We have looked at opportunities. The pandemic was challenging and it impacted our young people. And guess what? Just because they're back in school, it doesn't make it all better. They have gaps in what they learned. Some people resonated with online delivery. Some people did not. Some people practice this, well, I don't really need to be there, but they actually do. So their habits, their learning loss, and their social emotional growth all impacted in a 3-year period. I mean, a lot of you have children, right? And we have to be ready and responsive to not say, well, the students aren't perfect. I don't know, go find me new ones. I don't like these. We've got to lean into the opportunity to support our K-12 partners. If we want the best teachers, the best school administrators, we better support and help and encourage those that are there, because it's tough. And we've got to do that as higher education. We can't presume we know it all. So we're in K-12. We're in partnerships with our community college. We're leaning into adult upskilling and creating programs where you can better balance work and learning. We think growth is an opportunity, and our results are showing that that's the case. This year, and if you saw just before the holidays, I hate when they run thing like the day before Christmas, because then you guys don't read it. We're all like cooking our turkeys and stuff. Michigan Bridge ran an article about the performance of each institution. Grand Valley was at the top with a 24% increase in its entering class. And they did it over the years, pre-pandemic to now. Again, Grand Valley was at the top. So I think our mindset, I think our willingness around growth and our understanding that we've got to lean in and support, and that's why I love the attitude of Rotary. Like the service component, what was said on the videos, I mean, wasn't that beautiful? Like, I get inspired by those moments to hear people who have absorbed not just their work, their family, but they've absorbed their community as a part of who they are. Second thing we're focused on is compounding value and agility. I made the comment to you that I don't know as a university president what you're going to need 20 years from now with your 50 years of your career, which is going to have probably many, many more stops. Mine was a whole trajectory in education. So how do we then prepare? So the first thing is we need to keep the price point of education affordable. And so the way we think about value, it's imperfect. You know, people can say you still raise your tuition, or you're still here, you're still there. Is we think about, as a public institution, we are positioning Grand Valley's price point in the bottom quarter of Michigan Public's. Now, I just told you about the value. Many of you have enjoyed the value. We are going to be sure we drive all the performance metrics in the top quarter. So to me, that's value. I'm returning more than people are paying for their education. So that's a bit about value. Agility, that's interesting. So I came from the last almost 20 years from a university that had 100% of its academic programs with embedded experiential learning, internships, co-ops, study abroad. And I became a believer, 100% believer. So at Grand Valley, we have marked our goal as that 100%. 100% of our students will do experiential learning. When I began, there was 55%. So this is not new to Grand Valley. My God, our engineering program, everybody knows, is deeply embedded with co-op. All of our health professions have clinicals. So it's not new, but what we are going to do is drive it up to 100%. And that builds agility because people practice. You can't, the work environment throws you things that aren't on your syllabus. And so that's something that's really important. The other thing we're doing, and our faculty is working through the digital literacy for 100% of our students. So we've defined what that means to us. We're going through our courses one by one, and we're being sure that when a student comes out, they are digitally literate, no matter which curriculum they're in. So that builds agility. And the last, which is a softer, perhaps, construct, but as we were talking about our sons, I have 3 sons too. It's a wild journey to have 3 sons. But as we were talking about our kids, and sort of the emotions of the moment, we were saying that, wow, emotions are high and people are, there's some hand wringing going on, maybe some more in households. Well, there's one fact, if you study psychology, that a data point that goes down each and every year, and that is that young people believe that they're inside, they have control of their lives. More and more, they believe that the external conditions have control of their lives. And that is a dangerous stat. So one of the things we're really focused on is being sure students have agency for their own learning, that they feel empowered, that they can shift their curriculum, that they're not bound by major, that they can make different choices and they can integrate choices. And the last piece I'll say, because I'm watching my little clock, is that we're helping students to translate what happens in their clubs, their organization, their athletics, their curriculum into their competencies. In 2025, we're working on an initiative right now through our College of Liberal Arts and Sciences. 100% of the students will go on a voyage. You like that? Al, did I do good? A voyage. And that voyage means that every time they're taking on an experience, they're thinking about the translation of those competencies, and they're building out a portfolio of their skills and interests. I'll tell you this story. Yesterday I was on a call around a board service. And I was looking at my own board bio, and it was saying, here's my experiences and here's what I've done. I've served 30 years and I've worked at organizations this size and I built revenue from X to Y. But it didn't really tell the story of my own competencies, right? So it's an intentional act to say, what does all this mean that I'm good at? How do I lead with my assets and not my deficits? And so that's the way we're thinking about agility. And the last piece, which given the clock, I won't go into deeply, is being sure we create an innovation ecosystem. And that innovation ecosystem means we're going to try a lot of things, we're going to study them hard, and we're going to put them into practice when they work. I'll mention one innovation ecosystem that we are working on. We're leading an alliance of now 9 institutions that are prototyping by having students that are not yet with us, high school students, so many of you in the room, who are saying, what's wrong with our college education? What would you like to change? And they work in teams and they work through design thinking and they prototype ideas for our institution. We just got our first idea funded by a private funder. And that idea was a new approach to financial literacy. Because the students, now, I think I know a lot about financial literacy because I actually did my dissertation on loan defaults when I was at Michigan State. But the students created a gamified approach to financial literacy, tarot cards, a journey map for themselves to learn their money personalities. Now, would you have thought of that? There are brilliant designers in this room. I saw a few of them up here. And so we're putting those ideas into action. We're trying them out. We're prototyping them. We're taking them out to be funded so we can scale them. Very exciting work. One example, I could give you several more. I want to talk, so that's Grand Valley. I hope I did it service in a nutshell because it's not my work. I get the joy of representing the university. It's all of our work. So when Dr. Al Steinman was up here, we're very proud of Al and all the work he's done at the Annis Water Resource Institute and its founding, its creation. Look at 60 plus researchers, is right here on the shores of Muskegon Lake, has been here for numerous years, and is an area of real pride for us. I am not going to, that's well deserved. See, I should have had that pause. Thank you, whoever started that clap. I appreciate you keeping me honest. I was asking Al about, this work of delisting Muskegon Lake. I mean, it's just such impressive work. And I said, Al, can I say we're done? And he said, we're done. It's just, that has to go through the steps, the rigor, but the process has been completed and it is eventual. That deserves a round of applause. That is incredible work. But we have huge opportunity to link, Michigan's one of its greatest assets is its fresh water, to link the work here with the link in all the Great Lakes, with the link to the work in water innovation. And with that, I want to introduce one other person, Kevin Rico. I'm assuming, Kevin, you're a Rotarian because, you didn't get up with the other Grand Valley guests. So he's a Rotarian. And our leader of the Muskegon Innovation Hub, which is working with business startups. It provides co-working space. It provides startup support. It provides some seed funding. And this year received $1.7 million grant in order to support the businesses here in Muskegon. It served 118 last year. It will serve more moving forward. So thank you, Kevin, for your work too. And lastly, our partnerships with community colleges. You can't do the work I spoke about early on in my comments without embracing K-12 and our community college partners. John and I were together just 2 days ago in the Talent First discussion, which is the regional sort of talent-focused development arm of economic development, really thinking about how we create a platform, a virtual platform and ecosystem to make it easier for people to move from one institution to another. But we have great seeds here with our Muskegon Community College partner, with integrated programs like in respiratory therapy, with reverse transfer, which means if they come to us early, we're still going to be sure we send their credits back so they get their associate degree. It's a marker, it's a step along the way. And we're under discussions with more. So really excited for the partnership here. I think we are one of Muskegon Community College's highest destinations. I mean, they're smart students there, so I'm assuming they want to go to Grand Valley. I mean, I'm just going to make that assumption. I don't have the facts, but. So I did really well. I'm over time by 48 seconds. I just want to point that out. And so let's open it up for questions.
Grand Valley has taken a real innovative approach to enhancing enrollment through its HBCU consortium. Could you share a little bit about that?
Yeah, and so where's my student from Alabama that's going to Alabama? Where are you? Okay, so we have a consortium agreement with your new institution. And so what happens is we have worked with our HBCUs, and we have 7 partners now, and we're growing, where we can strengthen their academic programs, particularly in STEM fields. We can shorten degrees and offer a bachelor's, master's combination by taking time out of the degree and partnering up front in these joint tracks. And we bring these students to our West Michigan region for paid co-ops and experiences in those final 2 years. Very creative, requires the support of our business partners. So if there's any of you here interested in supporting and diversifying our student body and our workforce here, we're with you. We also have many other forms of ways that you can integrate work and learning and be a supporter of that work. We have the Accelerated Talent Link, which is for liberal arts students in their final year to work in one of your companies or nonprofits and get a scholarship from you and get a co-op from you. Lower the cost of the degree, increase the chance they'll stay here, increase the experience, increase their certification coming out. So we're ready to talk to anyone here that wants to talk about being a partner.
Thanks again for being here, Dr. Mint. I'll anchor up, of course. I have a question about the School of Computing. I think that's going to be coming online pretty soon, and that's in downtown GR. Can you give us a little background on that?
Sure, thank you for the question. So one of the areas that we've been focused on is really, as I said, the history of the university has been at the intersection of the regional economy. So one of the things we know is computing is going to be an infrastructure for every field. And so the College of Computing, we want to open up the opportunity for that enterprise to grow. So we're creating it, we're separating engineering and computing, 2 deans, 2 tractions, so we can really move more quickly against the needs here. And both are a need that is, you know, the study in West Michigan is we need 10x engineers and computer sciences by 2030. Grand Valley is committed to do 3x the number of graduates in that period of time. That's a heavy, heavy lift for us. Those schools are big. So we want to grow quickly and fast, quickly and fast, that's redundant, quickly and with quality. And the other thing I want to say, one more thing about that, is the way in which computing needs to relate to other colleges is different. So engineering, yes, of course it relates to other colleges, but it really is kind of a field on its own. Computing is going to need to interrelate to every college and school. Think about how general education works. You know, supports every other school. So that's another reason we separated the 2 colleges.
Other questions? Big room.
For those of us who are not beginning college age, I am curious how you deal with your older population, many of whom are returning to school for advanced degrees, how you get them back involved in the computer world, and do you have like orientation for those students?
Yes,
Thank you.
Thank you for the question. So there is an enterprise within Grand Valley called the Grand Forum. Are you familiar with it at all? Okay, good. And so we've been doing a lot of work on Grand Forum for a couple of reasons. One, it was place-bound. You know, it was not offering, like you're offering this digitally right now. So how do we get it out to more participants and refining the curriculum, we'll call it a curriculum that is available. Things like, you know, your own personal brand as it relates to computing. I know we're all struggling with, you know, is this real? Is this somebody that is really talking to me? Is this not? You know, so cybersecurity, personal brand, those kinds of things are getting embedded into our Grand Forum curriculum, but we are also making our regular offerings that are online or low residency available to that community. So thank you.
Other questions?
As a student myself, what are like the 3 largest, like best qualities someone can have to be successful in college and to thrive?
So I can't see you because you're sitting down. Okay, so are you a college student? Are you a high school student?
I'm a sophomore in high school.
Well, you've got the first quality as you're putting yourself out there, right? I think here's a couple of things. One, and I touched on it, it's really don't believe that you don't have control over your own learning. You need to really say, what do I need to do to make this curriculum work for me? Because more and more as you go through college and then graduate school, you're going to have more choices around not just curriculum, but co-curricular, extracurricular, work embedded learning. You gotta create the navigation map. The second is to put yourself out there. And the third is to be able to analyze who you are, what you need to be successful. Those are the 3.
That helps everyone here, not just the students. Any other questions, Dr. Mantella? Speak now or forever hold your peace. Well, thank you so very much.
Thank you all. Thank you very much.
We are honored to have you with us and share in all the interesting things happening at Grand Valley. As a token of our appreciation for your presentation today and on the theme of water, Muskegon Rotary will make a donation to Hand Wash in your honor. Hand Wash is a cooperative initiative between Terra Nueva and Haiti and Champion Rotary District 6290 to provide clean water, sanitation, and hygiene in rural areas of Haiti. So thank you for that. We are now going to celebrate birthdays. In a moment. I want you to look at this slide. We're going to all say happy birthday to Heather Brolick on January 30th, but in a club of 250 actually plus members, we have 1 birthday. That's amazing. So happy birthday to Heather. We are ready for our spotlight video on our theme of vocational service. Mr. Vogus, please.
I'm Eric Seifert. I've been a avid Rotary member for around 20 years. I started with the Grand Haven Club and then transferred to the Muskegon Club in about 2007. I've worked most of my career in finance. I was a banker for 32 years, mostly doing business loans. I think I've got this pro bono DNA in my system from working with the SBA government program, but I don't charge everyone for everything I do. I'm currently helping a Big Red graduate football star in scaling up his activities with area youth, and I'm not charging for that. A couple of years ago, I did a small window washing company in Grand Rapids, helped them sell as a favor, did not charge for that. I think that we're all charged with helping others and not expecting anything in the return other than the generation of goodwill. And every day when I'm looking at the opportunities that I'm working with, I look at the four-way test. And basically, if it's not fair to all, and if it's not the truth, doesn't generate goodwill, I'm not interested in doing that transaction. I just want to bring back what is something of a painful memory, but when my wife passed away 8 years ago, I was absent for the club for 3 months. But during those 3 months, I got a lot of support and strength from talking with several of the members. And when I did return, the outpouring of friendliness and support was just incredible. And that was a major mark on my life, I guess. I remember the day very clearly, and we just have a wonderful club full of very caring people. It's a great community within the community.
Thank you. We do not have any inductions today, nor any Paul Harris Fellow awards or anything, but we do have a special event to take place. Christy, if you want to come forward and tell us where things are going and who's going there.
I'm good. All right, I'm very excited, but probably not as excited as these young students that are in the room and who have decided to be exchange students. And for the past, 3-4 months, they know they're going somewhere for a year, but they don't know where. Can you imagine to sign up for something and not know where you're going? Well, today that wait comes to an end, and I'm very, very happy to reveal to you where you are going. This will involve everyone in the room as well. I have just 2 questions per student of the country, clues of where they're going. And you and your table, you get to talk among yourselves and come up with what you think the answer is, and then just have one person designated. So when I go like this, you will call out the answer of what you think, you and your table think the answer is, okay? If I'm going to go to the first person, is it gonna work? There we go, Kwan. All right, Kwan, I would like you to stand up. You are first to let everybody know who you are. So this is Kwan. All right. All right. Kwan is from North Muskegon High School. All right, Kwan, you can have a seat so we're not all staring at you. All right, here's the first question. What language is the second most studied language in the world? Talk among your table, decide who's going to speak out. I'm putting my hand up now. What do you think? Go ahead and yell it out. What do you think? Yeah, I heard most of the correct answer. The answer is Spanish. Remember, he has no idea where he's going, so he just had a big clue. Second question, here we go. This famous dish originated when servants combined rice with leftovers from the Moorish kings' lavish banquets. Talk among yourselves. All right, now I'm going to raise my hand and your caller call it out. Wow, very nice. It is paella.
Oh, I'm sorry. You got it? I know they were there.
Paella. All right. So, again, my hand will be going up. The country Kwan will be going to is Spain.
Queen. Quan, come on up. Come on up. I was trying to open this. Can I help? I can hold the bag for you. Yeah, that'd be great. Come on up. Come on up.
Congratulations.
All right. Next person. Landon, can you stand up so everybody can see who you are? This is Landon from Reese Puffer High School. All right, Landon. First question. Ooh. Which children's story was first published in a children's newspaper in 1880? Talk among your table. Guesses are fine. Heidi? Okay, what do you think? Call it out.
Heidi.
Heidi, I heard Heidi. Anyone else? I don't hear. Nobody knows. Pinocchio. Next question. What is the world's smallest country? Talk among yourselves. What do you think? I heard it. Vatican City. The country Landon will be going to is Italy. Come on up. Yes.
Oh, pasta in your future.
Okay, Brenda, can you stand up? Brenda, so everyone can see you. Brenda is from Muskegon High School. All right, first question. What is the world's most popular sport? I hear everybody saying it. That's good. Soccer is correct. Soccer. Or football, right, for other countries. Yeah, except ours. Second question. What alcoholic drink is made out of the cachaca plant? Cachaca plant. Anyone? Oh, you got it. The caipirinha. Caipirinha. The country Brenda will be going to is Brazil. Woo! Brazil.
Congratulations. Very cool. Paparazzi here.
Yeah. That's her counselor. And her counselor from Muskegon High School is here too to be a part of it. How wonderful. Okay. All right. Connor, can you stand up? Show everyone who you are. From Mona Shores High School. All right, here we go. Question. What is the biggest continent on Earth? Everybody call? Very good, very good. Asia. So whole different continent here. Asia. What mechanical pinball game is used for gambling in a country where gambling is illegal? Illegal. Oh, wow, I heard it. What is it? Yeah, wow, I thought I had you stumped, you know. I speak, yep. Pachinko, right? Pachinko. All right, so let's see. The country Connor will be going to is Japan! Woo! All right. Yeah, it does. All right. Last but definitely not least, Shar, can you stand up so everybody can see who you are? Shar is from North Muskegon High School. All right, here we go. Which of the following are part of the 7 wonders of the world? Talk among your tables. And what do you think? Interesting. I stumped you all, I think. The answer is Christ the Redeemer. You did. Christ the Redeemer. What dance, last one, what dance of African origin has a pattern of step, close, dip, spring forward? Talk among your table. Step, close. What do you think? Oh, you're close. No one? The samba. So, the country Shar will be going to is Brazil. Brazil also. Two girls. Come on up. Thank you very much. It's a very special day for them, and I appreciate you all being a part of it. So thank you.
Thank you for that. Congratulations to all our outbound students. We hope you have a fabulous year abroad. And all you Rotarians, start studying your geography for next year's quiz. I am going to do the announcements today. And if I mess anything up, please let me know. I will try not to. First of all, from our lovely club coordinator, Kim, she urges you to please pay your dues. So she doesn't have to do emails. No fun. Rewind will not be meeting this evening, but Rewind does need your help. They are sponsoring a food truck tomorrow. It's at Community United Methodist Church in their parking lot off of Ruddiman in North Muskegon. They're still looking for a few volunteers. Esther and Kevin are there to take your willing nature to help, and they can give you all the details. Next, on behalf of the Muskegon High School Interact Club, they are sponsoring a blood drive. It is in February on the 21st, and they are looking for donors. You don't have to do hours, but they're looking for your blood donations. So, and you can see Claire and the students if you have more questions, and there'll be details in the rim. On your tables, there are flyers regarding the Braver Angels workshop on February, I'm missing the date, hold on. No, anyway, look at the 23rd, I knew it, yeah. It's from 8:30 to 11:30 at the Norton Shores Library. So pick up a flyer, be sure to sign up for this opportunity to participate in some worthwhile discussion. And then last but not least, we're participating in the Muskegon Big Read. The book is The Firekeeper's Daughter, and it's by Angeline Booley. I probably did not pronounce that right. But you know, you're not supposed to judge a book by your cover, but it's a lovely cover. And it'll be a great discussion. And Sarah is available to answer questions and can give you more details next week. And I think I got them all. Did I miss any announcements that I was supposed to do? Wonderful. Amazing. We are ready for the raffle to see who's going to leave here just a little more wealthy. Little. $5. $591, is that correct? We have a outbound exchange student is our winner. Is that Landon? Congratulations, Landon. For $10. 634, it's me, but draw again. You were right. 701. Hey, I couldn't see who that is, but Susan Hausman. That's not right. 669 for $20. Check those tickets. Who is our winner? Oh, right over here. You got to go back, Frank. Oh, I missed that. Okay, congratulations. I was going to try to get you another $20 there. Next week's program is the Muskegon Art and Culture Coalition with our own two Rotarians, Jason Bertoya and Eric Messing. And if you will all please rise, we'll restart the four-way test. Of the things we think, say, or do, is it the truth? Is it fair to all concerned? Will it build goodwill and better friendships? Will it be beneficial to all concerned? Have a good week. Go out and create hope in the world. We are adjourned.